We gotta hurry up. They're expecting our Skype on LGBTQ students' rights. Hi!
Welcome to Equal Rights Advocates, and thanks for Skyping. I'm here to answer your questions about Title IX. So what can I help you with?
So we're starting a gender equity group at our school and talking with our school's Gay Straight Alliance. We want to ask you about LGBTQ rights at school. We've heard about girls being protected against harassment from straight guys by Title IX, but can Title IX protect kids at our school from homophobic harassment?
Yeah, Title IX can help. Title IX protects everyone from harassment based on gender stereotypes, no matter what their gender identity or sexual orientation is. So even though technically the law doesn't use the word sexual orientation, when someone's harassed for not acting the way people think boys or girls should act, that counts as gender-based harassment.
I'm not really sure what you mean. Can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's say there's a girl at your school who's a lesbian, and people are calling her a dyke and saying she looks like a man. That's covered under Title IX because she's getting harassed for not looking or acting like a stereotypical girl. If the school knows about the harassment, they have to take steps to make schools safe for her.
If my friend comes out as trans and wants to go by a different name and pronoun, does my school have to respect that?
Yes, they do. The school has to use the pronoun that's consistent with your friend's gender identity. It doesn't matter if they've started transition or even if they plan to. The school can't ask for medical proof. They also can't make your friend use bathrooms or locker rooms that are not consistent with your friend's gender identity.
But what if someone identifies as genderqueer and wants to go by they or z, or not even use pronouns at all?
That's a good question. So it's the Office for Civil Rights in the federal government that explains to schools how Title IX applies, and they haven't explained yet how the rules about gender pronouns apply to kids who don't identify as male or female. But Title IX definitely protects kids with non-binary gender identities from being harassed because of their gender expression.
One of my gender non-conforming friends gets made fun of and shoved into lockers. Once, a kid even pulled his pants down. He told the principal, but instead of punishing the kid who did it, the principal said my friend should consider changing schools. He shouldn't be forced out because of these jerks. But what can he do if he already tried complaining to the principal?
Well, first of all, that principal should have investigated your friend's complaint, and they should have made sure the harassment stopped. But unfortunately, a lot of principals don't understand what their legal responsibilities are, and a lot of them also have their own prejudices. Under Title IX, every school district is required to have a Title IX coordinator whose job it is to make sure that complaints about gender-based harassment are handled properly. They're also required to have a fair complaint procedure and a policy against sex discrimination. Your friend should be able to take his complaint to your school district's Title IX coordinator. If the Title IX coordinator doesn't deal with the situation fairly, he can file a complaint with the Office for Civil Rights through their website. He can also ask for help from a lawyer or an advocacy organization.
What about sexual assault and dating violence? It happens in the LGBTQ community too.
That's a good point, and it's a subject we all need to talk more about. Any student of any gender or sexual orientation who experiences sexual assault or dating violence is protected by Title IX if their school environment becomes hostile and it interferes with their ability to learn. So even if a sexual assault didn't happen at school, you shouldn't have to sit in classes with someone who attacked you. In that situation, you should ask your school for help.
What can we do to make our school a safe place for LGBTQ students?
Well, it's great that you're coming together as a group and that your school has a Gay Straight Alliance. Student activism can be really powerful. I suggest that you find out whether your school district is complying with its responsibilities under Title IX, and if it isn't, advocate for change. You can start by reading your district's sexual harassment and anti-bullying policies. If they don't mention LGBTQ bullying, try to get your district to add that to the policy. I also recommend that if you have LGBTQ organizations in your community, you get connected to them. And remember, if your school district is breaking the law, you can file a complaint with the Office for Civil Rights or ask a lawyer or advocacy organization for help.
Great ideas. We'll try them. Thank you.
Thanks for Skyping.
Thanks.
Thank you.